The biggest jump in sales, what do you think it is? Some people think the biggest jump in sales is making your first $1,000 in a month. Or some people say the biggest jump is just making your first sale, period. Some people say the biggest jump is your first six-figure year or your first $1,000,000, or some say your first $1,000,000,000. I say none of those are true. The biggest jump in business that you make is going from 0 to 1, $0 to $1 with any one individual person, one customer, one client. That is the biggest jump, going from them paying you nothing to them paying you something. Why is this? Well, I just told you one of the reasons. One reason why this is the biggest jump is because you're taking someone from being a browser or a prospect to being a customer or a buyer. That is the biggest mental jump. The biggest jump in sales is not tangible in terms of dollar amounts. It's mental in terms of, I know who this person is, or I don't know who this person is, to not only do I know them, but I have given them money. That means you turn someone from a browser to a buyer. And when someone becomes a buyer, here's the second reason why it matters. A buyer is a buyer is a buyer. In other words, if you look at your contact list, those of you who have contact lists, you have a list of people who know about you, prospects, people who are on your email list, browsers, people who consume your stuff that don't pay anything, freeloaders. Then you have a list of people who've given you money. Those are your customers and your clients. And those lists should be separate. There's a line of delineation between the person who is giving you $1 lifetime and the person who's giving you 0 lifetime. One is a customer, one is not a customer. And if you're in business, you're in the business of selling things. You're in the business of financial exchanges. A person who's never giving you money is not helping your business. No matter how nice they may be, no matter how many comments they leave on your social media, no matter how much they love the free stuff you put out, they haven't put any money on the table, they're not a customer. And if you're in business, you need customers, not fans. This is the next reason. The other reason why it matters to go from $0 to $1 is because if someone is willing to spend $1 with you, they have made the mental jump to go from not giving you money to opening their wallet and giving you money. They'll give you $1,000. They give you $1,000 to give you $10,000. They give you $10,000 to give you $1 million. When someone's willing to give you money, they're willing to give you money. Now, how much money they are willing to give you depends on how much value you're willing to offer them. But once they get over the mental hurdle of, will I give money to this person and trust them, and assuming that the first transaction they did with you, they got their money's worth, they feel they got their money's worth, they'll make another transaction and another and another. So the biggest jump you need to make in business is to get someone to go from giving you nothing to giving you something. Now, of course, there are different types of businesses, different types of products, different types of price points. But the game here is you want people giving you money, and you want people giving you money so that they mentally understand giving you money is a good thing. They're going to be safe. They're going to get their money's worth, and therefore they should do it again. So they don't have to go find someone else who can solve that same problem at a higher level or the same level again, because they already found you. That's the biggest jump. You need to get people to go from 0 to 1. That's the sales mindset. Power, presence, protocol.